Okay, so I'm going to take you through a body gratitude practice. And this is going to be something where we can practice gratitude, but in a way that's focused on our physical body, because when's the last time you thanked it for, for all that it does? So the key to this, especially if you're somebody that struggles with body image issues, is to focus on what your body can do. What it does do, what it can do, what you hope for it to do in the future. And so as we go from top to bottom, I really want you to be focusing in on the area of the body that we're talking about. This is similar to Yoga Nidra if you've ever done that before. You can do this laying down, you can do it standing up, you can do it seated in a chair, but find a place where you can be quiet, not distracted by everything going on, and really focus inward. So as we say these things or think these things, focus your attention to that part of your body and really sink into it, okay? If you get to a part where you're injured or it's not working as it should, just stay there. You don't have to necessarily think it, just be present with it. So if you have a shoulder that's hurting and it's been bothering you for a long time and I can't do all the things I want to do, and you get to it and you're like, I have nothing thank you to say to it, just focus your attention on it, put a hand on it, kind of like as you would a friend that's hurting and you just want to hold them. You could also speak over it and be like, I thank you for the healing process that you're going through. Thank you for doing your best, whatever you want to say. That might sound cheesy. Otherwise, just stay there and hold on to it and kind of focus your presence there. This is especially true if infertility is an issue. You don't want to force some like thank you, because you might just be like, yeah, you're being an asshole, right? Just hands, that's it, okay? So we're gonna do this. You're gonna have to excuse my socks and sandals. This is a concrete floor and it's cold, so. All right, so sort of close down, get present in your body, take a couple big deep breaths in your nose, expand, and then exhale out your mouth. You can kind of shake things out, get things moving a little bit, roll your shoulders back and down, get nice and present. So we're gonna stop here, or start here at the crown of your head, all right? So we're just gonna stay here. So thank you for holding my brain. Thank you for protecting my brain. Thank you for the thoughts that occur up in here. Thank you for the hair that I have, that I get to style every day and color and do fun things to, that every day I can wake up, I can flip it over and shush it around and feel good. I can throw it up in a ponytail. Thank you for my ears. Thank you that I can hear. Thank you for the sounds that come in to them of the birds and nature and music and all the things that we get to enjoy where we use our ears. Thank you for my eyes. Thank you for the things that I can see. Thank you that even though I'm getting kind of old and things look blurry, that I'm able to still see the sunshine, the stars in the sky, art, nature, all of the things, my family that I love so much. Thank you for my eyes. Thank you for the mascara I get to put on them and the fun makeup that I get to put on it and feel pretty. Thank you for my face. Thank you for my mouth to taste, to eat, to speak, to yell, all of the things that we can do with our mouth. That's what she said. Thank you for my nose that I can hear, I can smell. Thank you for the fact that like when I walk outside, I know if a neighbor is burning something, and I know, if I'm driving my car and I smell something, oh, something's wrong with it. Thank you for all the good smells of flowers and perfumes and all the things, the smell of my husband and my kids and my dog, even though they may not be pleasant all the time. Thank you for that. Thank you for my jaw, and this is an area that's very tense. So thank you for when I focus my attention here, that it can relax, that even though this is a spot that carries a lot of stress and a lot of tension, that I can just focus my attention here, touch it, and relax. Thank you that it enables me to speak and to eat and do all those things. Thank you for my throat. Thank you for, again, the voice. Like when I even speak right now, you can feel the vibration of the vocal cords that are in there. Thank you that air comes into my mouth and exhales out my mouth right here. Again, that I can eat food. So much of our body is surrounded by food, right? But thank you that like right here, I can wear a necklace around it. people can kiss it right there. And it's really great. Just thank you for all of that occurs in there. Thank you for right here. Thank you for the cavity in which my heart and lungs lie. Thank you for even like the sunspots that I have right here from all of the summers that I've spent outside wearing not enough sunscreen. Thank you that when I place my hands here, I can feel breath going in and out. Thank you that I can feel my heart beating. Thank you that heart that's in there, it keeps the blood pumping through my body. It is the life force of everything that keeps me physically alive, right? The way that my heart is connected to my brain and how it keeps blood pumping. Thank you that when I'm working hard, that it works even harder with me and it stays right there with me. It tells me when I should be scared. It tells me I can listen to it and it helps me to calm down. Thank you for the air that's in my lungs, that when I put my hands here, I can feel them expand. I can feel my lungs expand with air and oxygen that keeps that blood oxygenated and feeling so good that when I am working out, when I'm exercising, when I'm doing yoga, when I'm, doing anything, that like the air that comes in and out of my lungs, thank you that I'm able to take a big deep breath and exhale, because gosh, if we couldn't do that, that would really suck. Thank you for my shoulders. Thank you for this joint that does so much that connects these hands, and we'll get to those in a minute. But my shoulders, thank you for the way that they move. Thank you for how the mobility and the things I'm able to do because of this, and going down into my biceps and elbows and forearms, all the little muscles and bones that make all of this up, that cause us to be able to grasp things and lift things and pick our kids up and give people hugs. Thank you for my hands, all the things that I can do with my hands. That's what she said. Thank you for how I've got all 10 of them and I can pick up my dog. We love our dogs, right? And my cat, and I can sweep the floor, and I can type things on the computer, and I can take pictures. The millions of things that I can do with my hands. Thank you that I have these to do them with. Going down into our gut here, there's so many things that happen right here. It's impossible to even name them all. So just thank you for all of the vital organs that are a part of this whole section right here. My stomach, liver, kidneys, intestines, all of that stuff. Thank you for how it all works together, right? That something can start here, we're eating a meal, it can go here, and it can all happen right here. Thank you for how we digest food and how we use it for fuel. Thank you for that. I love how I feel full when I've had a good meal. I love how when I am hungry, it talks to me, it growls a little bit, it gives you that little feeling like, you need to eat, right? Thank you for the womb. There's no good word to use there, right? Like, no matter what word I use, somebody's gonna be like, oh my God. Thank you though. For myself, I thank you for the fact that it has allowed me to bear children. It's miraculous, isn't it? Like, as women and men, like, it's really miraculous how this all works together, and the life force that comes from here. Thank you for even the hormones that sometimes we complain about so much, that it all works so perfectly together in how human beings operate. So thank you for that. And for any ways this has not behaved for you, let it be. And if things aren't there, that's okay. That's okay too. Thank you for my hips. Just like with my shoulders, with my hips, it's a joint that lets me do so many things. Like, I can move my legs all sorts of ways because of these hips, right? And if I didn't have these hips, I'd just be a stiff board like this and I could go nowhere. So thank you for these. Thank you that I can feel the bones in there of the pelvis, and that they can just do so many things. I can pick things up off the floor, I can lay down, I can sit, I can stand up, I can jump, all of that, because these hips power these legs. Thank you for my thighs. These big muscles right here. Thank you for this, because again, these large muscles of my thighs help facilitate so many things that we do every day that we take for granted. Same thing for my ass. Thank you for my glutes and my butt. These muscles right here in this part of my body are the biggest that I have, right? And they work the hardest. They require fuel. They give me the ability to just do so many things, right? To walk out into the pasture, to run down the road and catch my dog, to, I can't even think of anything else, to squat, to lunge, to push things, right? I use my legs when I need to push a piece of furniture. Like, we use our legs to push that. So thank you for all of this. Thank you for my knees, that even though as we get a little older, they get a little stiff, they get a little achy, I'm going to take care of them. And these knees, this all works together. Same thing with my shins and my calves and my ankles. It all works together as one unit, and each part is so important to the rest of it. And when I get to my feet, thank you for my feet, that I can put my feet on the ground. I can feel grounded. I can feel the earth underneath me. That as they move, I've got these 5 toes that bend and flex and let me go up and down. And they, again, if we didn't have feet, we'd be pegs walking around, we'd be falling over. My feet give me balance and grounding into the earth. If I didn't have them, I'd be wobbling over, right? So I take my toes and I spread them apart, and I think of the 3 points, my big toe, my little toe, and my heel, and I press down into the ground. That keeps me grounded to the floor. Thank you for my back that supports and holds everything together. It holds me nice and strong. Everything in my back that keeps me upright, when I pull my shoulders back, I can feel those muscles in my back working, keeping me standing. Your body is so much more than just the way it looks. It's what it does. And if you're not happy with the way that it looks, and even if you are happy with the way that it looks, thank it for what it can do, right? We don't want to be judged just based on our looks. We want to be judged on our heart and what we do as people. Same thing for your body. So take these few minutes, really sink into it. This is a great practice to do just periodically when you lay down, when you go to bed, when you get up in the morning. And another great way to really expand on this is to do more things with your body. What do I mean by that? Use it, right? If you sit at a desk all day and you're not using it much, it's going to be hard sometimes to think about all the things that it can do. When you go for walks, when you do a workout, when you do yoga, when you dance, when you do all of those things, you're able to be more thankful to your body because you're using it in different ways. So if you're not feeling great about this whole thing, try using it to do some things. Go gardening. Go take your dog for a walk, throw a ball. It doesn't have to be hardcore workouts. It can just be using it in everyday life. I think about how I can push my dad in a wheelchair now. I think about how I can help pick him up. I think about so many things. Allow yourself to just sink into that, especially in this season right now. Thank your body. And also just like, if you look at it and you're like, yeah, you sexy bitch, just give it a little thank you. That I walk around, and because I use it in lots of fun ways, I feel so good in it, right? There's been moments where I didn't, and I didn't walk past a mirror and say, ooh, you look really good, but now it's like, I just own that too, okay?